Welcome to toy-polloi.
Hello and welcome to another video from toy-polloi. Now recently I was contacted by Bob James, who said he was having a bit of a clear out and had a whole load of broken old toys that he'd like to donate to toy-polloi. Now I'm not one to sort of turn down a donation of broken toys, because that is really what keeps toy-polloi going. So of course I said yes to him. Send over whatever bits that you didn't want and I would take a look and see if I can use them in future projects. And this is the box that has arrived. It's certainly a big box, actually a lot bigger than I was expecting, and I've yet to really sort of have a look inside it. So today we're going to do a bit of an unboxing. We'll open up all the bits that are in here and see what sort of broken toys and potential sort of future projects there are in there. I have a rough idea of a couple of things, because he said there might be some $6 Million Man bits in there, and they're always useful because I've got a few of those dolls that need some repairs. Otherwise it's just a sort of a random box of bits that I have no idea what's inside. So let's get opening. Well, so as you can see, there was actually an awful lot of stuff all jam-packed in that box, all individually wrapped. So I think it's best that I just start working my way through it and we take a look and see what each individual bag and bit contains. I'll start with some of these ones that are in clear bags. You can see here, this is a bag of bits for $6 Million Man. So there's lots of arms and legs. There you go, it's a $6 Million Man leg and some other sort of body parts. There's also, that's an Action Man helmet and a couple of 18 figures. I think that is... oh, it's Hannibal missing an arm, and then we also have Murdoch there, a little bit sort of sun damaged and that. And there's also, what's that? There's our X-Wing, Luke X-Wing pilot with a rubber band stuck around him. And as I say, a whole bag of bits, and there's some of the faces from Maskatron, so it looks like there's a few pieces there. So that's a useful bag already, always useful to get body parts for the $6 Million Man. Let me just pack that one up, move it aside, and we'll start on the next one. Then there was this that was just sort of tucked in the side. These are some trading cards wrapped around with an elastic band. There's first two on the front. They look like UFO. I was going to say that looked like a UFO from Jerry Anderson's UFO. And then we've got some Dukes of Hazzard trading cards. Do you know what? I never knew they actually made Dukes of Hazzard trading cards. That's pretty cool. I did love the show, and I had the little Ertl die-cast car. There you go. So a selection of Dukes of Hazzard trading cards. Pretty cool. Next we have another bag here of miscellaneous pieces. I can see a land speeder from Star Wars there. Let's just open up this tape. And what looks like a whole load of Action Man bits and bobs. So there's a land speeder, die-cast land speeder from Star Wars, missing the cockpit glass as it always does, but I've got a video on how to make yourself one of those, so I have to make another one for that. Then we have, yeah, as I say, it's this whole bag of Action Man bits and bobs. There's a note in there that says... oh yeah, Fighting Furies Pirates. That's I think that's Matchbox sort of figures. So a few little parts for those. And then we have Action Man weapons mainly. That looks like a spacesuit and part of the backpack for the spacesuit and some other miscellaneous pieces. Very nice. Let's put those back in there and get on with the next bag. And what do we have here? This is looks like the remains of a not dinky, that just looks like a model kit of a Space 1999 Eagle transporter. Oh, it is, and there's some, those are the outer gum wrappers for the UFO stickers. What else have we got here? Oh, and some, that's the outer wrapper for a Space 1999 bubblegum stickers. And, oh, look at those. These are, I think they're from a game. I remember having that game. There's some Space 1999 stickers and bits. And what do we have in here? A few more little cards and that. These look like the Man from U.N.C.L.E. What's that? That's the Star Trek Enterprise. A little card, and this looks like the Man from U.N.C.L.E. or something like that. very nice, a few little miscellaneous cards. And I say this is a model kit of a Eagle. So this is the Space 1999 Eagle. Looks like it's sort of been part completed or part put together. I don't think I've ever really worked on a model kit for that one. Could be fun. Not sure if there's everything there. Certainly a few bits missing, but there's a good chunk of it. Very cool. Now we move on to another miscellaneous bag. Oh, look at that. That is Pulsar. The Mattel figure Pulsar. You'll have actually seen me restore one of these fairly recently. It's a fantastic figure with a weird sort of internal body system of lungs and bits, and when you press a button on the back of it, it's supposed to sort of, you can see his lungs pump up and there's supposed to be sort of blood that pumps around. And if you open up his head, inside his head are a set of mission discs. It's sort of all rubberized. Do you know, I've never seen one of those in the UK. The one I got had to come all the way from the US, so it's intriguing that this one is from the UK. But a lovely figure. I do like Pulsar, very intriguing little chap. Now we have another one sort of all wrapped up. Actually, there's a sticker stuck on that, and that says WIN Sam. What is that from? Does it say on the side? ATV. Do you know what? I don't know what that is, but I'll have to look that one up. It's obviously something old and yeah, dated on a TV show, but I'm not quite sure what that one is. I'll put that to one side. Let's open up this packing here. I can see some boots at the bottom that I think I recognise. Well, there's Starsky and Hutch's car. Pretty cool little die-cast car. Just needs a bit of a clean, that. I remember I used to play with one of those as a kid. I think we had the larger one, but that's pretty cool. And then in here we have, it's a Cylon. So this is a Battlestar Galactica Cylon from Mattel with a leg detached. Let's pop that back on. It just looks like that clips in place. He's missing his sort of chest panel, but actually otherwise looks pretty reasonable. He's got his little aerial on the back. Very cool. And next up, let's open this one. Some dolls and bits, so let's take these ones out. So what is that? That is, I'm going to say that's a reasonably modern doll there. I don't know much about dolls, but I know a lady who does, Kathy, who runs Jolly Dolly Shop, is really big on dolls, so I might have to ask her. And then we have two other figures. Now what are these? Just look on the back, it says Durham Inc. Do you know what? I don't know what that is, but it looks pretty cool and pretty Western. I'm going to have to look that one up as well. And likewise this guy. What is this one? He's got sort of a magnet on his hands. Looks a little bit like the same sort of construction as Action Man or some other things. Is this Big Jim maybe? I think that might be Big Jim. It's not a toy line I've ever owned any of, but certainly looks sort of familiar. It's 1971, made by Mattel. So yeah, have to look that one up as well. But a pretty cool looking figure. I like the bionic arms on that one. What does this one? This one actually says something. Missing dolls. Fantastic Four? Question mark. Could be. I have no idea on a lot of these things. Sometimes I'm still, some figure lines I certainly am still learning on what's what. Let's take a look what's in here. Well, that definitely is Fantastic Four. Let's pull out the other ones. So, what have we got here? That is a Matchbox Fighting Furies pirate figure, because I recognise that. He's got a little peg leg there. That looks to me like Shazam, so that's a Mego doll. Not too bad condition, actually. Someone's repaired the suit there, but very good. That is, yeah, definitely Mego. That's the, what's his Fantastic Four guy? Torch, I think his name is. He's got a busted arm. I can see that falling out. I don't think that's even his arm. But yeah, got the remains of him. Now, I'm not sure what that is. Is it a... well, it's definitely a male doll, just judging by the top of it, but I don't know what the rest of it is. Oh, it says on the back, Andy Gibb. So that's one of the Bee Gees. How strange. I never knew they made dolls of the Bee Gees. I'm going to have to research that one a bit more. Very strange. And then this, what on earth is that? It looks kind of familiar. I sort of get the gist of what it is, but yeah, what is that? Again, another one I'm going to have to research. Another package. Oh, this one actually says Bionic Woman on it. So that's Jamie Summers, the Bionic Woman. There's another pair of feet in there, so it can't just be Jamie Summers. Ah, it's Steve Austin and Jamie Summers. My hair's a little bit stuck in there. Let's pull that out. There we go. We have the $6 Million Man, Steve Austin. Again, not in bad condition. Bit of a busted arm, but that often happens. And looks like the little tab on the back, the thing that actually pumps his arm up and down, is broken off. But the rest of the figure is fairly reasonable. And then we have Jamie Summers, the not the $6 Million Woman. She's the Bionic Woman. So this is in one of her sort of sportier outfits. She has bionic ears. You can see there, that's the hole on that ear. And I think she also has a bionic arm with normal bits and bits on her legs as well. Got a bit of a burn mark there. I don't think that is actually a burn mark. Sometimes when the plastics stick together, you get that sort of thing happening to them. But there you go. The Bionic Woman and the Bionic Man. Next up, another one that says Bionic Doll. So is this more Steve Austin Bionic Man figures? I can certainly recognise the feet. I think that's another Pulsar in there as well. Oh no, it's Steve Austin, but wearing Pulsar's trousers and shoes. Again, this one is a little bit more busted up. You can see it's been cracked open, but certainly good for parts. And we have another one here, missing some legs and bits, but we have bits of those. Let's see if his bionic arm works. Let's do that. Turn his head. No, and lots of busted pieces. But there we go. Two more remains of Steve Austin, and we're moving on to some more bits here. I think this is the final sort of main package. Again, this is Bionic Doll, so sounds like it could be more Steve Austins and pieces. I can certainly see a part of that is Maskatron. That is Maskatron. We've seen his face and other bits earlier on, and I think I've got his arms. He's wearing one black sock and one of the Steve Austin shoes there. And we pull the other one out, and there we have another $6 Million Man with his space sort of gear on, and this is some quite perished rubber on his hands, but actually doesn't look too bad. Should we try his arm again? No, arm doesn't work. But again, the remains of another $6 Million Man. There were a couple of other bits on the side as I've unpacked this. So there is this, which is the that's like a Bionic Man watch, but that's is that the Spanish version? Something like that. Bionic Man watch. Then we have a little pamphlet here for Evel Knievel, the further adventures of Evel Knievel. That looks like a page out of a comic with some Spider-Man bits on the back. There is a sheet of cells from something. This is a slide for your Chad Valley Give a Show projector. And then there was one bag full of comics. Let's pull that up and have a look. And we've got some $6 Million Man. So there's a $6 Million Man comic, the Space 1999 comic. Do you know what? I've never seen that. I have an awful lot of Space 1999 stuff, but I don't think I've ever seen that. Oh, that looks good. That will be a nice read later on. And then there was this envelope here as well. Let me just get the knife to open that. Let's see what's in that. So record sleeve. Let's see what these are. And these are pictures, wow, pictures from V. Do you know what? Me and Mrs. toy-polloi have been sitting and watching lots of episodes of V recently, and it's actually been pretty enjoyable. These look like sort of press photos. They're really nice. That's the cast there. Few more. Wow, those are pretty cool photos actually. I like those. Might have to stick some of those up on the wall. Very cool. Well, so that is quite an eclectic mix, and I do need to say a massive thank you to Bob for sending all of this sort of miscellaneous stuff in. There's certainly a whole load of good parts in there and useful projects and bits and bobs that I'm going to be working on for quite a long time. Some of the bits I do recognise, and as you see, some of the bits I don't. This one really intrigues me. I didn't know that they made any of the Bee Gees figures, so I might have to do some research on that and see what that is. And likewise, this silver guy at the front. I sort of recognise him, but I'm not quite sure who he is. So, as I say, a lot of research to be done just to try and work out what all of these pieces are. These $6 Million Man stuff I recognise, as of do some of the sort of things like Pulsar and the Mego figures, but there's a few odd items in here that I've never seen before, so it's going to be fun researching them and fun seeing if I can work out which ones can be fixed and done up. So yeah, a massive thank you to Bob James for very kindly sending this miscellaneous selection of pieces into toy-polloi. And if you've enjoyed this video, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified each time I upload a new video. And thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching toy-polloi. Subscribe for more great videos. You can also follow toy-polloi on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.